Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Sports Matrix. I have my very good friend, Mr. Hochberg. Welcome to the show. How's it going today?
Things are great. Thank you so much for having me, Bobby.
Yeah, glad for you to be here. We're going to have a fun draft today. I'm going to go through some of my exposures while you go hop in and draft real quick. But if I can bring this up here. Really excited about how some of my exposures have panned out. As you know, Hawk, I did a lot of my drafts. The first probably 24 hours, I'm at 16 total. Done quite a few, got a lot of rookies. A lot of the guys I've been targeting are guys I think are going to rise or just interesting stacks kind of in the middle round. So been getting a lot of Anthony Richardson at quarterback, a lot of Deshaun and Geno, trying to stack those teams up. Same with Hurts. I've gotten a lot of Hurts, which I really like, as well as I got some fourth-round Lamar, which I don't think will be a thing pretty soon. So excited to get some of that. Really liked some of these running back value, especially A-Chain. He's starting to move up near the early 100s. Kendre Miller is going to keep on moving up. P. Ryan is another guy we'll probably talk about a little bit tonight, but I'm excited for what he can do in Denver, especially getting the main job there. At wide receiver, Mingo, obviously near the top. How are we doing? You guys waiting on a few more people?
Yeah, we're 3 to go.
Three to go. Also, go on dark mode too. I'm not going to be able to look at that on light mode.
Yes, sir.
I got Brandon Ayuk, who I probably need to cool on a little bit, but I just think he's in a good range of some guys. Jordan Addison, a guy who's been rising, so glad I got some shares in the 90s when I could. Deontay Johnson, another guy I just keep hitting. I just keep expecting him to rise, and he just doesn't. Even in some of the DraftKings PPR drafts I was doing, he was not falling. So, and then at tight end.
Oh, you got my boy Rashee Rice down there. Don't forget him.
Oh, yeah, no, Rashee Rice. He was a guy I think I was getting in the 160s, 170s, which is about where he's going, but I think he's going to rise a little bit more. But got another one of your guys, Chig. Big fan of him. We were talking about him in our chat today, or maybe it was yesterday, but I just think he's going to have a really nice season. He's probably the number 2 receiving weapon there right now, and I just got a sleeper notification saying that he's leading the tight end room or something, which is obvious, but it's nice that there's some buzz already coming up with him. But yeah, so any big takes on your exposure? Any guys you want to get some more of or less of going into the next few rounds?
Well, we are starting in 30 seconds. I actually haven't had a 1 yet, so I have no JJ. I want more JJ, obviously.
Uh-huh.
How do I get it to hide this top bar? I don't want to see this.
So the top part, I don't know if you can hide that, but if you zoom in a little bit with your, your mouse, if you can do that on your, go for a fun little ride. Play with it. Don't worry. John got 2. Okay. And then you got 6. Interesting. 6 is a fun spot. I know. Did you have 6 yesterday in the draft we did?
I had 5 yesterday.
You had 5. Zoom in a little bit so people can see what we're looking at.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know why it's not letting me do this. Let's do this.
You have a giant monitor, giant screen going there. Oh, there you go.
Giant screen.
Oh, even if you could do a little bit more, but if not, that's fine. Oh, go to draft. That's the problem. You're not in the draft.
Oh. There we go.
There you go. Okay, great. This is awesome.
Okay.
It was good. It was good before. Here, zoom in a little bit more. It's so narrow. What's going on?
Better.
You're up. Don't worry about your screen.
Oh wow, Bijan went 4. I guess I'm going to grab some Tyreek. That's.
What did I say? What did I say?
Dude, I think I got him as a steal at 5. He is going to climb. It wouldn't surprise me if he was going, 3 behind. If he pops over CMC as the number 1 running back.
That's going to be so tough because we've already seen CMC do it. I think 4 is probably the ceiling, but I can totally see the argument for it. I'm a big fan of it, so. That's funny though. Interesting. Okay. So you got who did you go with again? You got Hill, which is nice. Are you going to try and build out a Dolphin stack if you can get Waddle or no?
If I can do it, yeah, I'm gonna try to do it. Let's see what happens here. Waddle's been going a little earlier than falling to where am I picking next? 20, 19? Yeah, I mean ADP right now 19.3. So I just feel like he's rising a little bit.
Yeah.
But I would love to do like a full Dolphin stack.
Yeah, go to the draft board real quick. See what some of the other teams are doing.
Sure. Why is this?
A little square right by your name, the little waffle. Oh, can you do that the other way?
Like up and down?
Yeah. Do it stretch it out more.
Yeah, hold on. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to swap these out.
Oh, you're getting it on the other screen? Nice. That already looks a lot better.
Yeah, so let's do this. Let's zoom.
It's a work in progress here. Yeah, John.
Now we got a lot more.
John says he wants you to go with Dolphins. John had a fun team. John's got Chase, so he's going wide receiver.
Yeah, he's going to go get Higgins. I mean, he's not going to have this guy Dobby dropping Higgins to the third again, I don't think.
Let's see. So who are some of the guys available? You got 4 picks, 5 to go. So
yeah,
Wilson. Those wide receivers would be nice.
Get Waddle here. I mean, they're all. Rusty's probably going to go with one of Wilson or Amon-Ra. I could see all 3 of these guys taking receivers here, but
if both of those are gone, if Wilson's gone too, what would you be thinking about? Going another wide receiver, or
I could go Olave here. I would also be comfortable grabbing Pollard at 19. I think that's bad value.
I think Pollard would probably be my choice. We got another love you boys from John in the chat. Love you too, John. Thanks for hopping in.
John,
and, saying hello. He's okay. Don't give him. He's not the best, but he's all right. Love you, John.
He's pretty great. He didn't move to Denver on me.
Yeah, he moved to Staten Island. That's like way worse.
That is actually way worse. I don't know why that's so much worse. Okay, I'm gonna go grab Jalen here.
Love it. Great. So here's the thing. If Tua, for some reason, doesn't get back to you, I would try and make this a Mike White team. I don't like not taking advantage of a double Dolphin stack. Like, if you got that, you're hoping for some big Dolphin season from some quarterback. Mike White could be that guy. I like him in the last round if you don't get Tua. But hopefully you do. Hopefully you don't have to talk about that. But
yeah, let's not jinx that up front. Like, come on. You're killing it.
We'll be all right. Usually with Tua, I've seen him fall a little bit. If you take him early 80s, late 70s, you should be fine. Let's see what the quarterbacks are like on your inside, but I don't think that's going to be a bad play. But yeah, so with some of these running backs, how are you ranking them? You obviously mentioned Pollard that you like. So of that next group of Chubb, Hall, Henry, Jacobs, who do you think you like the most between those if you had to pick?
So before the season started, I would have said Chubb is number 2 there. And now I think Chubb is actually last in that tier for me. So I'm going to Pollard, Hall, Jacobs, Henry, Chubb. And it comes down to what you were saying about zone read.
Yeah.
And I just think that Nick Chubb is just a stud. Like, I say that like I wouldn't draft Nick Chubb. Of course, I draft Nick Chubb, but I do think that there's going to be some difficulties for him this season as far as scheme fit, because it's not going to be Watson under center, Chubb going through the tackles.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff with shotgun, which I don't think is his best. He's not suited for that. So obviously he's probably a top 2 or 3 just pure rushers, or he could make it work. But I don't know. I just get a little bit weary. I think I agree with you on Jacobs. I'm very torn on Hall. I'll take some shares now, but I'm worried that the news may come out that he's going to miss a few weeks and he dips a little bit. Maybe not. It could go the other way, but I think I may take Jacobs over both of those guys, and I may even take Hall over Henry. I might even take Ramondre over Henry. That might be a little too spicy, but if Henry doesn't get moved, I don't love him in Tennessee. What's your take on Tennessee? You're about to be up though, so actually talk me through your pick here.
Yeah,
you're gonna take your boy.
I think I'm going to take Jacobs if he's not there. Otherwise, I'm going to just piss and I'm going to go and take some Metcalf.
I love that. I think he is the end of a little tier there, and it also sets you up if you don't get Tua to go and reach a little bit on Geno if you need to. 100%. And if you can get JSN to fall a little bit, I think a Dolphins Seattle double stack would be really interesting. You put in a little A-chain in there. I think that could be really fun. So I like the way this is starting. Let's see how you land the plane. But yeah, John already chirping about JSN in the chat. I did a bunch of those DraftKings drafts. I think I wound up doing 10. I think I have like 70 or 80% JSN exposure. He's going in like the 70s. It's like a PPR format. I just didn't understand that. I was like, okay, I'm going to keep smashing him in the 60s if he's going to go closer to the 70s. So, yeah, I got a ton of JSN in DraftKings. So hopefully he can turn that around and score some touchdowns for us in BBM.
100%. And I think that's going to be the issue, right, is getting in the end zone for the Seattle offense.
Go to the big board while we're waiting.
Sure.
And then we can take a look at John's team too. So John did the Cincy stack classic, I think that's fine. I think there's going to be a point during the summer where Joe Burrow can sneak back to that 4th round, but for right now, you're going to be getting some interesting ADP value late, so I don't mind it. But so you started Hill, Waddle, Metcalf. If a running back falls, who would be some of the guys? Yeah, you can go ahead. Who are some of the guys you're interested in there?
Yeah, so obviously Najee. If Najee lasts, I'm taking him without even thinking twice. I have a big soft spot for Miles Sanders, so I'm gonna sit on him, obviously. But they're really these 3 guys. I have enough Kenny Walker right now. So I don't need more Kenny Walker. I haven't taken any Gibbs shares yet. Maybe I take a flyer.
And you know what? I just got another sleeper notification in the last hour or so saying I forget who the coach was that was saying this, but they were basically saying they told not DeAndre Swift, Jahmyr Gibbs, that he's going to be playing out of the slot and lining up at wide receiver a bunch. And we hear this all the time, and it's only April or May, so whatever, take it with a grain of salt. But he could really start blasting off in ADP. So I don't mind if you could grab Gibbs here. Gibbs or Harris are probably my preference as well.
Yeah, I don't think either. I don't think Harris will last, frankly. But if he does, great.
Gibbs. Oh no, yeah, Gibbs won.
Yeah.
So, Najee there would be great.
Going through to me here.
If not, are you just going to keep pissing?
I think I might keep pissing. I might take another Christian Watson share here.
I like that.
I love him at ADP right now.
I like that. And I like Jordan Love at ADP too. And you can do some fun backstacking things with him with Jaden Reed and Romeo Doubs and Musgrave. So I really like taking Watson there and seeing if you can pair that with so let's see. So Harris won.
So Danny Deals. I don't know who this Danny Deals fellow is, but yeah, I'm gonna grab another Watson share here.
I love that.
And I'll grab a Miles Sanders a little early, and I'll start making the running backs.
Okay. The other thing to think about, I did this in PPR a little bit more than non-PPR, but you could also take Aaron Jones and go for a mega stack with what's it called with Green Bay. So let's see. We got some other folks in the chat. Daniel Childs might have just ripped 15 NBA drafts at once. That's great.
I wonder if he's going to have all on bottle duty.
For sure. Oh, yeah. He is 100% on bottle duty, diaper cleaning duty, whatever your wife tells you duty,
Oh, yeah. At this stage, you're absolutely doing whatever she says.
Yeah. So thanks for hopping in, Childs. I'm sure we'll see you on the stream pretty soon once you get a little time, but I know that's a little bit tough right now. So thanks for hopping in. But yeah, John's about to be up. Hop back to the big board real quick. Let's see what he's looking at.
So John just did DJ Moore, which I do like quite a bit.
Yeah. I wonder if he keeps pissing or if he goes for a different running back. I hope that you get your running back falling back to.
These guys both. This guy's clearly not taking another back. Spoopy.
He's going to take a Charger though.
I love Walker at 50. I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, he'll probably take Allen here, and then London Fields.
Yeah, let's just go back real
quick.
Yeah,
Jones or Sanders is probably the move. I think I prefer Sanders as well, but Jones would be interesting. Interesting. He didn't go Keenan with Herbert. Okay.
Look, I'll take Judy, and I took Judy in our draft last night. I don't believe in the Denver offense. They got to show me something. Jones,
yeah, I worry about that too. Okay, let's see. And by the way, John got Walker at 50. I don't hate that. I think this is like the right value for him, probably right ahead of Sanders and some of these other guys. But nice, great.
Nice. So I will go grab my boy.
So you got your RB1.
Goddamn right he is.
Yeah, you got your RB1, and then how many go through your squad again? You go 4 wide receivers. So
4 wide receivers.
I think that's a really good start. So you got 12 more picks. So there's a few different ways you can go here. Running back, wide receiver, tight end are all going to be viable options coming back around. So it'll just kind of depend on personal preference.
I'm going to kind of let the board fall to me here. And, we got a while till I pick now, 11 picks away. So
yeah,
I'm kind of curious to take a look at some of the interesting teams. I'd love to see who you think is a good, give me your favorite and your least favorite build in the draft so far.
While I look at that, you have to defend your Miles
Mitters
take from Childs.
Is he actually saying that after how hard did he lean on him last year in KOK?
That's true. That's true. He was a great RB, zero RB pick.
I mean, I know he couldn't get past the first round of the playoffs again, but
yeah, I don't get what the 11 spot is doing going for running backs. I like those 4 running backs, but you're just so behind and now you don't have wide receivers. So I feel like I'm gonna like some of these piss drafts. I think that was the way to go. Oh, JSN went. That's too bad, but it's okay. You might even be able to get Lockett coming back.
I would take Lockett coming back. Lockett is one of those guys. He just always somehow performs.
Yeah, and even with JSN, I think there's worry about maybe how he's going to perform at the second half of the year. But I don't know. You already got DK Metcalf, so if you're going to be leaning into a potential Geno team, I really don't mind it. Also, I guess what number? So where is oh no, you have Hill and Waddle. So I guess the question is, do you want to push it? What's your next pick after the 67? Yeah, you got to go next. You got to go at least one more.
78. So I should be fine getting Tua at 78. He's going
87. 86. Yeah. So you could push it if you want, but I think I would probably be fine just reaching and just making sure you got him. But I don't know.
I'm going to reach at 78 to get him, but because I don't
go to the board though. How many teams have quarterbacks on your end? Oh, there's only one quarterback. Okay, that's a little bit tough then.
All right, I'm on the clock, so let's see. Oh, I'm going to grab some Pacheco here. I absolutely love this guy. I just think he's going to be an absolute stud.
You sure you don't want? Okay, that's fine. You sure you don't want to go Lockett?
I don't. I don't want to go Lockett. I'm gonna build the Dolphin stack. I think I'm gonna take I'm gonna let Metcalf just kind of sit on my squad as a third wideout.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and if you want, I like that because now you're not committing to 2 high-level double stacks early. So if you missed on Geno, it would be kind of awkward. So I don't hate that. So hopefully Tua falls. I guess, are there any players in this range you kind of see on the board right now who you'd want to push it for? I really like Burks, not going to lie.
I love Burks. And, Titans guy is very close to my heart. I think him and Chiggy are both going to have just phenomenal years because they're going to be playing from behind a lot.
Here, bring up the board again. Let's see what John's up to right now. So, John, I took Ayuk, which I really like.
I love him in this range. Why do you think Why do you think he's going in this range and not this Judy Pittman Allen range? It's kind of where I think he belongs.
Yeah, I think it's because of the other competition there. Like he's the fourth option technically on offense. I think he's probably better than Kittle, but Kittle kind of gets more hype than him. So it's just fitting him in with those other weapons. He gets pushed down there. But you're right. Like I'm way overexposed on him because I do think he's probably closer to that. Yeah, that Judy, Kirk, Pittman.
I have to say, I love what Sunshine's doing with this team right now. This is a good build.
Let's see how he lands the plane.
Also, this is going to happen more and more.
Wow, 79. Wow.
That's 73, dude, not 79.
73? I can't even read. 73. Wow. Okay. So that's about – wait, is that – how many QBs scroll up? You have Lawrence.
That is QB. He was QB 9 off the board just now. 1, 2, 3, 4,
wow.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's QB 9 off the board. Let me just go grab Tua, and then I will.
The hype is officially gotten out of control. Yeah, definitely after that, I would take Tua because now people are going to start to get nervous at quarterback.
Taking QBs, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't mind that at all. So okay, nice. So you got 12 more picks coming up. Child says, who's throwing to Chiggs and Burks?
Will motherfucking Levis, baby. Give me all the Levis. I think I already have 2 or 3 Levis shares on my 5 teams.
That's 2 or 3 too much. No, I'm just kidding. I actually have a few as well. But I think especially in this tournament where you're trying to win a bunch of money and it's like, okay, week 17 matters a shit ton. He's got a little bit of running upside. So, like, I could see him playing 3 or 4 weeks and being a big hit at the end of the season if the Titans aren't good. So, I don't mind taking him end of draft. Have you heard anything about them potentially trading Tannehill?
I haven't heard anything besides, like, what you'll see on ESPN.
Yeah. Someone just thinking about it.
A lot of rumors, obviously, Tannehill to the Falcons. It makes a lot of sense. Art Smith is there. They have a great relationship, clearly, because it also wouldn't surprise me if something happened in Green Bay if Matt LaFleur went after Tannehill.
But they just re-signed Love to an extension yesterday, so they're locked in with Love for at least this year. So it won't happen this year.
Oh, what I'm saying is if like Love suffered a season-ending injury, I could see them pivoting to go after Tannehill.
Yeah, I could see a lot of teams going after Tannehill if they have an injury preseason, traded camp before, or even before the trade deadline. He's just a great target, and you can just tell like he's just not in the long-term plans for the Titans. So, what do you think it would cost for a team to take him though?
Not much. I'm probably a mid-round pick at this point, maybe a 4th or a 5th.
Yeah, I think they may ask for a 3rd just because if they're going to let him walk in free agency, there's a good chance that they get a 3rd round comp pick back just for how high it is. So I could see them asking for a 3rd, maybe because it's so late. Maybe they just try and get a 4th. But what are you thinking here?
I would love if Evan Ingram fell one more. Nope.
So let me see your team. 1, 2. So
I could go running back and get a James Cook here. I could go down the board and grab Njoku. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to grab Zay Flowers.
Okay. I don't hate that
for him, but I like him. Rice on Kansas City and Tank Dell on Houston are my 3 favorite rookie wide receivers.
Yeah, Tank Dell got another sleeper notification too. Sleeper had like 5 or 6, like an hour.
Oh, with the C-Face Stroud thing, like.
Yeah. They said he said to go up and get him. So I think it's interesting. Who knows? I don't like this. Childs says Hawk pays the rate. I think Hawk's having a great team right now. A great build. Scroll up. Who are the other wide receivers that were available though? Would I have taken somebody else?
So I could have gotten Sutton, Thomas.
Like Thomas or Bateman would have been the only other ones, but like I don't know. They're in the same tier. I don't mind that.
I don't really see anybody on this list. At least scroll down a little bit. Yeah, I don't really see anyone on this list that you're paying the rake on not taking Zay Flowers there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was in maybe that wasn't in reference to that. That was from a few minutes ago. Actually, I think he was talking about that was the Levis Tannehill stuff. But so what are you thinking? You thinking you're going to go wide receiver or running back here if one of these guys falls?
If Sharp, if I was going to say if Charbonnet is on the board, I'd probably grab him. I might even go tight end here if Njoku or Patty is on the board.
Yeah, I like Njoku a lot. I think, and I like Pat too. Those are a tier. There's a tier break after that for me at tight end.
I would totally grab Madison. So I'm thinking it's one of these three. Oh, well, it's not going to be Njoku. So Sunshine grabs him. Thanks, Sunshine.
I don't know if he's in here anymore. There's only one more. I think there's one person in. It might be Childs.
It's just Childs talking shit. Yeah, I do love that build for John because now Pat just went. So yeah, I think it looks like I'm going to take Madison unless he goes in these next two picks, and then let's figure out what I'm going to do. And I guess I grab Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I probably like Thomas overall because you're only at. Oh no, you're at 5, so you can go. Yeah, you're flexible at the position. You can.
I can do whatever I want right now. I'm not locked into anything, which is nice.
Yeah.
But based on this, I don't think this guy's taking Madison. This guy might.
Who are the other running backs available? Just real quick. Yeah.
Ooh. That's always tempting.
Yeah, I think that's a fun one to do. Yeah, but go running back here, but kind of pick your choice. It's kind of hard to tell.
I'm gonna take Madison. I just like RB1 in Minnesota is a RB1. You know what I mean? Like that's a top 10 running back. I don't care if it's Madison or Dalvin Cook. Like Madison gives me major Michael Turner vibes.
And we did a bunch of big board drafts together, and we were smashing Rashad Penny in the 170s and 180s. So we're a little bit overexposed on him. I wouldn't say overexposed, but we got a lot of him. So if I have like a toss up like that, I'll probably go to the guy that I have less exposure of. So I don't mind that at all.
Yeah. And then the nice thing is right now, like my team's pretty well rounded.
Yeah.
I would love to get me another Jordan Love share here as a backup quarterback and go 2 QB to a Love.
Not next though, but we can.
Oh no, down the line. I'm just thinking at 138. I have a few picks before 138. Let's just go to the board.
Yeah. I'll keep throwing out Geno just because I think that he has potential to be pretty good as well with this team. So let's see how it falls. Okay, Penny went at 106. Yeah, but like the wide receiver gap between the 8th round and the 9th round is just way too much. Like I'm always going to be taking those wide receivers over those running backs. Like if Dotson, Williams, Zay, QJ are available, like it doesn't make sense to take those running backs. You can get 2 of them. A-Chain went. I was hoping we could maybe line him up with the Dolphins.
I was not expecting that. Isn't his ADP more in the 120s?
Yeah, but he's one of the risers. People are reaching on. He's going to keep moving up and up. I was thinking about him, but I thought there might be a chance he could fall. But yeah, that's a tough one. I'll also throw P. Ryan on there. That's a guy I really like. I wouldn't go Herbert, Dillon, or Harris. I do like Brian Robinson though a lot.
I mean, who doesn't love Brian Robinson? Guy's a feel-good story.
He got shot. He's coming back. Gonna lead the NFL in rushing, and then Bijan's gonna get second in rushing. But yeah, then he's gonna win me a lot of money. So that's the plan. But yeah, so you're gonna go running back here, you think?
We'll see what happens. If Elijah Moore's on the board, I may go receiver.
Okay. Yep, I don't hate that.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to go running back here, and then I'm gonna pivot and take some tight ends and some quarterbacks because I need to make sure I get my Chig on. I wouldn't mind if Dalton Kincaid share.
He's gonna go before then. He's gonna go before your next pick. What about your boy Hot Cold Komet?
I have a couple cold shares, ice cold, and I'm going to just try to pair him with Fields going forward.
It's funny you say that because I was doing a DraftKings draft earlier today, and Berg told me not to do so. but or I told myself not to do, and I'm going against that. But I think it's still fine. Okay, great. So you're gonna do more.
I'm gonna get P Ryan here.
I like that. Yeah, I have P Ryan pretty high. You got some pretty good wide receivers. I doubt more falls, but would you take Geno here? And if not, are you going to go Love? Or are you going to push Love again?
I think push Love again, and I'm going to grab a tight end next pick.
Okay, I like that. I would love you can get Kincaid here.
Yeah, if I can get Kincaid, I'm going to take him at although Sunshine's got two picks before I go, so.
I don't know. Is he that sharp?
No. He already has Goddard and a joke.
Oh, he's not. Okay, yeah, he's not going.
Tight end, so that's good for me.
Nice.
This guy, the DMC Otter, I would be. Oh, DMC Otter, I like that name. That's funny. Like run DMC Otter, maybe.
But what's? Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking, what's the otter part? But it's just going with the C Otter. Okay, cool. Oh, Mathology's in here. I've heard of him. He's I wouldn't say, what's the best way to describe him? He likes women, and he likes girlfriends of players on teams. They talk about him in the Splash Play channel a lot. He's a little guest. So, okay, go to the board again. Let's see. No. Actually, wait till your pick. I don't want to throw you off right now.
I'm 6 picks away. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I have mine.
Yeah, that's true. So go to the board. Go to John's team. Let's see what he's been doing. So Jamar, T, Burrow, DJ, KW, Ayuk, DG, Sutton, and Joker. Okay, hopefully he's done at.
Yeah, he's got to be done at receiver at this point. He's got
or tight end. Yeah,
he's definitely done a tight end, but he's got to get some backs.
How many wide receivers does he have? What's his build? He's got 6. Okay, yeah, he can probably do one more wide receiver, but he's got to start hitting these running backs now. Lazard, I don't like that. I like going running back.
At all. He doesn't have Rodgers on there. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's in a tier with some of the other guys. He's just like the top of that next tier. So let me get the guy 3 rounds later. Like I'm not. Right. Oh, that guy took Kincaid. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this guy's really going hard on his rookies, huh?
Well, I get it. Like the way I've been approaching these drafts are trying to take guys that you think are going to rise in the next few weeks, because these are the last times you're going to get some of these guys at these ADPs. So, like, right. Even if you don't love the players, it's like the Jonathan Mingo thing. I don't love Jonathan Mingo, but I think he was going to rise up to the 150s. So I was taking him in the 160s, 170s. But I'm not going to take him a whole lot later. So.
No, that's very fair. So I'm going to grab Chiggy here, unless.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. And then, so that's your first tight end?
That's my first tight end. So I need to double up on tight. I'm probably going to have to do
Geno there would have been really nice. That's really good.
Oh, Geno, wow. I didn't realize that was a mistake.
We just thought he wasn't going to be there. That was 20 rounds. If you get Geno coming back, that's going to be fucking hysterical.
That would be pretty funny. I don't think
no shot.
There are too many people with one quarterback.
Yeah, there's too many. Damn, that would have been fun. Who are the other quarterbacks available? But you know what? Getting Jordan Love here is going to be fine too. Hopefully you get
it matches up with my Watson. I can grab a Dowds at the end of the draft. I could grab a Musgrave as a second or third tight end.
Yeah. So who are your other wide receivers right now? Or your pass catchers? Who can you potentially stack?
So I have Metcalf. Geno just went.
Okay, so this is pretty big if you can get Jordan here.
Yeah, or I can always go get a Will Levis at the end of the draft.
Yep.
If I want to do a 3 QB build. I'm trying to get away from that. I feel like I do too much of these safe 3 QB, 3 TE builds.
Yeah,
and I need to stop.
Yeah. You got to see what the draft brings to you. But especially with the quarterbacks, I like being a little bit aggressive on some of the early guys if a good value shows up or if like a potential stack shows up. Right. But yeah, you get a feel for it. I think like if you took Geno, you probably could have just gone those two. With Jordan Love, maybe you could take Levis in the last round still.
We'll see.
Yeah, you kind of have an option of how safe or risky you want to get at quarterback. Usually that depends on how many other guys I stack with him. If I stack a lot of wide receivers with 2 quarterbacks, I'm usually fine just being like, okay, if these wide receivers and this quarterback doesn't hit, the team's probably dead. It's not worth it to grab a third quarterback. But if I'm playing it safe, sometimes I'll mix in a third quarterback that I'm stacking. So interesting.
I hate that. What is this?
Who's he stacking it? Who's he stacking it with? That's always my question. Did he get?
He doesn't have a single stack.
Okay, so this is not a.
This guy's paying Drake.
You sure it's not you?
I'm pretty sure it's not me. Data says stop that. What?
Data says to stop that.
Stop
I think he's saying with the 2 quarterbacks versus 3 quarterbacks. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think
I think I need to do more 2 QB 2 TE builds and take the risk of, look, you're maxing this out, you have 150 bullets to utilize here, like you got to get aggressive. I'm on the clock.
Oh, love it.
All right, so let me go grab him. I think I'm going to be done at quarterback now.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I like that. I like grabbing a Reed or Dubs. If you could get Dubs next, I think that'd be a really good pick.
Yeah.
If not, Reed a little bit later is fine. You can have one tight end as Musgrave or Tucker Kraft as well.
I'm definitely thinking more Musgrave than Kraft.
Yeah. If Musgrave is still there when you're picking, but Tucker Kraft is a guy who's like always available at the end of drafts if Musgrave goes, because people have been taking unstacked Musgrave. They really like him. So
what's not to like? He's an athletic guy who can catch the ball.
Super fast. He actually didn't catch the ball a ton at Oregon State, but he was the fastest wide receiver with the ball that they tracked over the course of the last season, as well as at the Senior Bowl. He was like one of the fastest players. I think he would have been the second fastest wide receiver at the Senior Bowl if he had at least his max speed was the second highest. But yeah, Dubs here would be really good. I hope John doesn't snipe him from me real, but yeah, Rashee Rice is also awesome.
Do that to me. John knows better than to do that to me.
I don't think John is paying that much attention right now. Child says the 3 QB and 3 tight end. Yeah, I guess in BBM I'm not doing 3 of both. Maybe I'm doing 3 of one of them, but then that means you're probably getting like a 3.
This guy's really
you got like a 3-5-7. That's not great.
This Dobby guy has got way too many rookies. Although I love this Minnesota stack at the first spot with Cousins and then getting Jefferson Addison. I don't love Osborne there, but
I don't love Osborne there either. But the rest of the team I actually do really like. I even don't mind some of those rookies. I think take rookies now. We're taking shots. There's going to be some injuries. Hopefully that means the rookies move up over the course of the next 3-4 months. We get some nice closing line value on them. So,
that is a terrible pick. What is this guy?
Go to the running backs. Who else is available? Like this is the tier. Yeah, this is the tier he should be going in. I don't mind that. He's moved up a little bit, but like if he goes somewhere, he could definitely get a role. So there you go. That's awesome.
I love it when there are people just dropping to me this draft. I love it.
Yeah.
This never happens.
There's not a ton of badges in here, so you're getting some really good picks. I love that Nico Collins pick. So, I was thinking about Mingo as well if you didn't get Dub. So, okay, so let's see. You're thinking about structure. What's your team at right now?
So, I am at a 2-4-6-1.
So, you're going to do 2 quarterback, 3 tight end, and then what are you thinking about for running back, wide receiver? So, you're going to have – you got 15 – no, you got 13 spots
to play with. So I think I'm probably going to go with a 5-8.
Go to your running backs again.
Because I have Chaco Madison, so I have 3 down guys, and then P. Ryan, who could be a 3 down guy.
Well, Madison's also in that could be as well. Go to your wide receivers again.
Do you think I should go 6-7?
Let's see what Childs has to say. Childs, would you go 6 running backs here for Hochberg, or would you go only 5? Because what are we debating between? A 5-8 and a 6-7?
Or a 6-7?
A 5-8 or 6-7. Earlier, Childs was saying if Watson pays off top 50 ADP, Love will be viable. Yeah, exactly.
I look at it that way. It makes total sense.
And that's part of the reason why I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe you just get like Jaden Reed and one more, and you're just like, hey, if the Packers aren't oppressive this year on offense, like this team isn't winning. Maybe not. You already do got a lot of Packers. I don't know. I just love Jaden Reed, so whenever I can take Jaden Reed, I'll take him.
I grabbed him last night. It was my first Jaden Reed share. I'm a fan.
Yeah. So I guess who are some of the running backs available?
So we have your Jeff Wilson, Jalen Warren, like could be a big role if somebody gets hurt.
I think
Spears.
Jarek is really sticking out to me. He's been rising a bunch. I've not seen him in the 150s. This is kind of a soft draft. I would scoop up McKinnon in a second. He's going to be going in the 150s, 140s pretty soon.
Where do you think he'll land?
Kansas City signed him.
They did.
Yeah, a few days ago, right after the draft. So I don't think it was a big contract, and there was some behind-the-scenes stuff that made it seem like maybe they didn't love him or he wasn't thrilled with the situation. But give me a pass-catching potential. Oh, and with Pacheco.
Good stack. I actually like that move. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on it unless this Danny Deals guy comes in on me.
He's been having some other picks of yours, I feel like, with the Najee and a couple others. So
he snagged JSN. Now he
got Pickett.
Well, that makes sense for him because he's got Pickens. I thought he had Pickens and Deontay.
So show your backs again. Childs was wondering who's maybe he's a couple seconds behind us, but so you got Sanders, Pacheco, Madison, Pirine, and what looks like Jerick McKinnon. Would you go one more? And
nope.
Oh, man. So Warren or Spears would probably be my play here. That's who I was thinking about. But, I really think.
As someone close to my heart, I'm going to go Spears specifically because I know Tennessee is going to need that pass-catching back.
Because they're going to be losing a lot of games. Is that what you're saying?
They're going to be losing a lot of games. And he's going to – Spears is going to fill that Dontrell Hilliard role.
Yeah, exactly.
And Dontrell Hilliard had a couple viable pop weeks. So.
Oh, yeah. He was scoring 20-point weeks a couple times. So, no, you get a couple touchdowns, a couple big plays, and you think about their other wide receivers, it's not great. So there's plenty of room for him to have a really good year. I like that pick a lot.
Yeah.
Childs has 5 backs.
I like the bets.
Can
we figure out what that YouTube photo is? What is that?
Which one? What are you talking about?
Well, no McKinnon, I go 6.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't know. If you don't get McKinnon, then maybe you got to. I think I would go
into my receivers too. Like I got 4 really good stud receivers. I got a breakout guy here, and I got a guy who can pop a couple weeks here. And let's be honest, we're betting on Green Bay's offense in this, so let's bet on Green Bay's offense.
So go to these wide receivers. All kind of seem the same to me. Go to tight ends real quick. Is there anyone that's like sticking out to you?
I love this Gesicki, Laporta things.
Yeah, Irv Smith, Gesicki, and Laporta I really like. So maybe you can push that one more. Go back to the wide receivers?
No, the Giants guy is not really.
On this team, it doesn't feel like that's the move for whatever reason. I don't know. Keep scrolling. Thornton, I don't mind. Mims, I don't mind.
I'd rather have one. I think I'd rather have one of these tight ends. I don't have any Irv Smith, so I'm going to take an Irv Smith here.
Okay, I like that. I felt like reaching a little bit on the other ones probably wasn't super smart, but I like Irv Smith a lot. I think he's a tier above those next guys.
So I'm going to take him. So that puts me at 2 tight ends with the idea that I'm taking Musgrave at some point. Let me just take a quick look at my remaining picks.
Yeah, so you got.
Do we think Musgrave will be safe at 198? I think he will.
Yeah. 212 is his ADP, I believe. So you're taking him a round in advance. I don't mind that at all, especially with having Love on your team. He should be there at 198. If not, then someone's sniping us. And Childs is actually in the draft sniping us. But hopefully he's not. No, because Childs is the only person on the stream right now.
So look, I would definitely grab a Tyquan or a Marvin Mims here. I'm starting to fade Mechie a little bit, especially with Tank Dell signing.
Let's see, and if we get good reports, like I'm back in buying, but I don't think he's gonna like just rocket up boards if he's not if they say he's clear.
Look, there's no one I root harder for than John Mechie, and this is coming from a Tennessee Titans fan. He's in division.
Mm-hmm.
I could not wish the guy better if I tried. He is.
You kept him on your team on the IR spot for Keeper League the entire season, so there was strategy involved in that. It wasn't just to be nice, but
no,
it was a good strategy. It's a good strategy.
But I feel like I might be able to get him in the 17th, 18th round again, and there are too many guys on my team that have better value. Unfortunately,
sure. Yeah, it was a fun dart throw, especially at that point of the draft. But so yeah, I like Thornton and Mims here a bunch.
If he's there.
Yeah, Thornton is my guy. He could wind up being the number one there. I'm surprised he's not going very high. I guess people are trying to stack people up, and you're just not thinking about stacking Mac Jones. But I think Thornton could have a massive year. They didn't bring in much weapons besides Keyshawn Booty. So I think
Thornton. Juju, but they let Myers go.
Yeah, and I don't think that Juju isn't a huge threat to the type of snaps that Tyquan is playing on the outside. You know, like he didn't take away from that role in the offense is more of what I was saying.
This YouTube pic is from 2014 Cyber upgrade.
What are you guys referring to?
So look at this picture.
What do you mean by that? What picture?
The picture that he had, like, you don't see the picture on the left-hand side?
Oh, for Childs?
Thornton. This guy Danny Deals is killing me.
He's having a good draft. You're saying the Chromos picture?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical. I didn't know you were talking about that. Yeah, he looks like a baby face then. Keep that picture, Childs. It makes you look good.
So good. So now I'm kind of between Mims or Jaden Reed. I'm hesitant to go with a guy like Mims. Just because
I like going all in on the Packers and just being like, this is the team that, like, if Jordan Love is just nasty, like, you're not going to be able to get beat. Like, that's what you're betting on, especially with two quarterbacks, two double stacks, triple stacks now, quadruple stack about to be. I don't mind it. Like, if the Packers are really good, this team is going to be sick.
Yeah, no, this team will be good. Like, look, because there should be one of these three guys or four guys when I take Musgrave that are just having phenomenal weeks. Then it comes down to I need a running back or a
wide receiver to end.
Or a wide receiver to round me out. because I'm taking Musgrave at my next pick.
Yeah. If Jerome Ford falls to you, I would 100% take Jerome Ford as your sixth running back.
I love myself some Zach Evans.
Throw Ford on there.
Love Deuce Vaughn. Big Deuce Vaughn guy. Who else is playing in that backfield? It's going to be Pollard's backfield. They're going to need to
Malik Davis, Ronald Jones, Ezekiel Elliott might come back. I'm not touching a Cowboys running back until like a backup running back until July. I'm just not. Like we're not going to know. There's too many question marks. Like that's the thing. Like Deuce Vaughn could just be a kick returner the entire year. Like that's in the range of outcomes. So
that is in the range of outcomes. But as a last round on a BBM team, he is a potential Curtis Samuel. He's a potential Kevin Duvernay. He is one of those guys.
How many times did you take him in the big board? Because
quite a few. I'll show you my big board exposure after this. I mean, I only have 30 big board teams. It's not like I maxed it out.
Okay, well, I'm going to switch this back. I don't know why I couldn't find it, but I'm going to try and find my exposure. And then, because my thing is I took a bunch of Deuce Vaughn already, and I'm like, I don't need to make any more investment in him.
Yeah, I also love with Madison having the Dwayne McBride dart throw at the back end. I feel like I could really appreciate that. I'm a little worried about Mathology taking fucking Luke Musgrave here. I don't know why I am. He'll take Ferguson if he takes a tight end.
Okay, he took over.
Yeah.
Nice.
So now we're just looking at these running backs. I think it's probably in this order. How do you feel about that, McBride, as a late round dart throw?
I like him a lot. I don't know if I would do it on a Madison team, but like I guess I'm fine with it. With him being your 6, you're kind of like making an anti-Dalvin Cook bet, and I think I'm okay with. I think I would still take Jerome Ford over him, but I don't mind. Yeah. If Jerome Ford is gone, I don't mind that at all. And then go to some of the other running backs. Yeah, I don't love.
How did Sean Tucker not get signed yet?
No, he got signed by Tampa. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. Why is that not updated?
I don't know. But unless he's not officially signed, but I believe that it was announced that he was signing with Tampa Bay. So I'll be taking some late ones, especially if Zeke and Fournette go elsewhere. But I could see him having a good game or two.
So then here's some other fun ones. Evan Hull out of Northwestern,
I've taken him a few times.
Good.
I love him. I love him on Richardson teams. It's like a anti Jonathan Taylor team. Like if Jonathan Taylor gets hurt, put a bunch of pass catchers and Anthony Richardson and Evan Hull in there. Like that offense could still be really good. So I like him late as well. Those are a lot of guys. Latavius is a guy I've been taking. We're pretty in tune with a lot of these late round guys for sure.
Yeah, and I mean the rest of this, I don't really see anyone beyond this who makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. Jerome Ford is a huge tier break for me, but then after that, I think McBride is a fun little accent on an already interesting Madison team for sure.
Kenny McIntosh could be a fun one.
Yeah, I've thrown him on the back of a Geno stack. I only did it in a DraftKings tournament, I think that's PPR. I would need to hear a little bit more buzz for me to start taking the third string, potentially 4-string running back on the Seahawks right now in a non-PPR format. But I get what you're saying, though. I'm keeping an eye on him for sure.
Well, he is a Seahawk, so it's very possible that they are at their 4th-string running back by like week 8.
and Travis Homer left, and he actually kind of is the perfect sort of replacement for what Travis Homer did. So I could see him getting some passing snaps. So there you go. Love it.
Look at that. That is a
up and down
fun team.
Up and down, great draft. That was really fun. Go to the board real quick. Let's review John's team before we look at your squad. We'll do a full little regroup on your squad. But first, so Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, DJ Moore, Kenneth Walker, Brandon Ayuk, DG, Cortland Sutton, which I don't love, David Njoku, Lazard, don't love that. Antonio Gibson, I kind of like. Deontay Foreman, it's meh. Algier there, I really like a lot. He should be going a round or two. Like, what makes him that much different than Deontay Foreman or Kendrick Miller? Like, they're backups. Like, something might happen, and I think it's a really good situation. So don't hate that. Jeff Wilson's a great pick. So, all right, he turned his 0 running back into something. Jalen Warren, I like. Trey Lance at 191. Hey, hats off to you, John. And he took Deuce Vaughn. I don't know if he's even listening to this.
That's
John,
so good.
Are you still in the chat, John? That's so funny.
That's so great.
He just heard us through the ether, I think. He just knew that we were just talking about Deuce Vaughn.
And then this guy is literally just taking rookie. This guy's got to have like 12 fucking rookies on his team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10
over
rookies.
Half the team. 10 rookies.
Fucking rookies. So
Child said John definitely.
After Gibson.
I don't think so. I like that Gibson pick. Well, maybe not non-PPR. I got to get out of my DraftKings mind, but I took Gibson a couple times the last few days. But let's go over your team. Well, hop out of this. Let's go to let's see the full roster with the positions. Surprised the draft didn't and hit drafts in the upper left. Yeah, and then completed. Yeah. Oh.
That's my first team. Here we go.
So, go right here is fine. So we had Tua and Jordan Love at quarterback, Miles Sanders, Pacheco, Madison, P. Ryan, Spears, Ford. I think going 6 running backs made a lot of sense with Hoch pays the rate.
There we go.
I know he's like, this team is too good for him to actually be saying that, but that's kind of funny. I like Jerome Ford a lot. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, DK Metcalf, Christian Watson, Zay Flowers, Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Reed wrapping up at wide receiver. So, like, you're all in on the Dolphins and Packers, and I absolutely love it. I think those are two offenses that could definitely smash above their ADP, at least for their quarterback. And we've already seen it with the wide receivers. And then rounding out tight end, we got Chig, Okonkwo, Irv Smith, and Luke Musgrave. That's a smooth little team. I'm very impressed by this. I'm a big fan. I think good mix of rookies and kind of safety as well. But yeah, taking a lot of risk on the Packers is a fun team. I want more of those all Packers builds. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the team?
I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I would have loved if I missed a couple of picks just because they were taken right before I could get them. But I think overall, like, you can't really be too upset with this. You got the pure Dolphin stack. I really like a couple of these running backs, Pacheco, Madison, P. Ryan in particular. Solid build. Oh, woo! I just got a solid build from Childs. That's like,
yeah, that's heavy praise. That's heavy praise if he's saying you're doing solid.
Yeah, I mean, I got love behind ADP. I got a couple guys that I really like behind ADP, which I thought, that's not really happening for me these days. So,
yeah, this was a very soft draft. You could definitely see it. I forget what like Kendre Miller or some of these other running backs that usually are getting scooped up. Oh, it was the McKinnon pick. How McKinnon wasn't getting taken until the 160s. Like, okay, people aren't paying attention if McKinnon's going in the 160s. So you did a really good job in a soft draft room. So really like what you wound up doing with this team for sure. Yeah. Any last thoughts on just the tournament in general, or just football in general, life in general before we head out?
Yeah, no, I would say one that my Deuce Vaughn exposure real quick. I just want to make sure.
Oh yeah, here we go. Let me go back. We're going to go full screen Deuce Vaughn exposure right now.
What is it? It's drafts completed, right?
Yeah.
2023.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to look at.
But no, I want back. There we go.
There you go. No, exposure, yeah. So this is for, and just do running back.
Deuce Vaughn, 23%.
7 Deuce Vaughn teams. I think you can probably pump the brakes until July on Deuce Vaughn for BBM, but I do think it would be interesting to take a look. I'm gonna quickly go and bring up mine as well. I don't think it was that high. Definitely not 23%.
My favorite thing, though, the fact that I have so many teams where Penny, I got him in the 170s or 160s, and now he's going 102.
Yeah, we'll do a draft at some point, like maybe in like a month or so, or a stream in a month or so, just going through some of those like 5 or 6 of our favorite teams that we put together back in like February. But my Deuce Vaughn, I spelled that wrong. I had 6 teams. I had 6 teams at 7%. Yeah, that's such a sick hit to get that, because like not only did you get 36% Rashee Rice, he wasn't even being drafted in every single draft. I bet he's only drafted in about half of the drafts total. So like that's closer to like an 8x exposure rate on Rashee Rice. So if he hits, like you're probably winning some money in the big board for sure.
I mean, obviously, I think these two are kind of busts. Like Claypool is not going to have a good year, and
probably for where he was going too. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one you said? Mechie? That was the other one you were
referring to? Like, if Dell hits, Mechie doesn't. So.
Yeah, but that's true. Do you have a ton of Stroud?
No. My QB is not. I don't know if I have any Stroud. I have one Stroud team.
One Stroud team. Go back up. Who are some of your top quarterback builds?
Will Levis. Jordan Love. I have a lot of Mahomes. I think whenever I got Kelsey, I got Mahomes.
Yeah. No, I like that. Okay, and you got some of the T-Law. Okay. And so you got some Geno. I don't even know if I had 5 Geno teams. I need to get more Geno teams. That's part of the reason why I was pushing for him when you were on the clock. That would have been really nice. But I don't know. I think this turned into a really good Packers build, so I don't mind that you lost that. But yeah, any final words?
Dalton Kincaid, which is great here.
Yeah, I'm at
30 Kincaid teams.
I was at 19%, and he was my highest owned tight end with 15 drafts. I had Kincaid, and he was going like the 190s, 200. So I love that. But yeah, before we head out here, anything else to chat about for tonight?
No, just I'm super stoked that you had me on the pod. Always a pleasure. Yeah. And
thanks for joining.
You know, anytime you're willing to welcome me back, I'll be here.
Oh, you know it. We're going to have plenty of drafts. I'll be doing some BBMs this summer. I'm definitely going to need to fill up some airtime with you, Childs, and John hopping on. So thanks, everyone, for sticking around. I know Childs and John were in the chat, so really appreciate that. Let's throw the little overlay up, and have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.